What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome to Forza Motorsport 7, where we're racing a truck. Ooh, and we can dress ourselves up like we're racing back in the 1920s, yes please. And here they are, those daredevil drivers ready for another wacky race. It's just lorries, that's all it is. This is great, this is why you should buy Forza 7, you can race trucks now. This is what I've been wanting to do ever since the first game came out. Please tell me we can race double-decker buses too. Of course I wouldn't know, this is just the demo version. Maybe in the full game you can race double-decker buses. And then you can mount a gun to the top of it and shoot at people. At which point you're basically just playing Halo. Except, you know, with race car drivers. Then again, in low visibility, those driving suits, you could mistake them for Spartan armour. That's a fanfiction I'd read. How the Formula 1 truck drivers of the world eventually become the super soldiers of tomorrow. Will you stop ramming the side of my damn truck? No, I'm not gonna rewind. We're playing bumper trucks. This is every 6-year-old's dream. Excuse me. I'm a very large truck coming through. Who needs words when you've got a truck this big? Hey guys, how you doing back there? Corner. The best part about this truck, you don't really need to brake. When you're driving race cars in Forza, you usually need to slow down for the corners. The truck, just plough through the corners. Who's going to stop you? You're driving a 12-ton juggernaut. No traffic wardens are going to run out in front of you and go, "Halt, you cut that corner." Nah, just plough straight through them. We are leaving the rest of those trucks in the dirt. Miles away. Look at them. They're in their little convoy formation and here we are off to save the world. Through the power of trucks. Place 1 of 24. There are 24 lorries back there. Well, somewhere back there. Very far back there. I'm sure they'll catch up eventually. Here, we'll go make a sandcastle whilst we wait for them. Ah! Okay, there's another even lower down camera angle now. Which, instead of making it look like you've been taped to the radiator on the front of the lorry, you are now tied to the axle. Is this how the Forza series innovates? They just make the camera angles lower and lower in each game, until by Forza 10 you will be under the car, just staring at the workings. It must be real nice to drive in this weather. I wouldn't know, I'm too busy looking at my own muffler. There's not many people watching. Did everybody go home? I was so far out in front they went, nah, well, this is a wash, time to leave. And we have won a race as a lorry. Look at us go. He's not going to stop. He's just going in a straight line all the way home. Go on, how far behind were the rest of them? Oh, there we go. Almost 10 seconds slower than we were. In fact, more than 10 seconds slower than we were. I can't count. 15 seconds slower was the second place person. Who was the slowest one? 5 minutes 46. We did it in 5 minutes 7. Guess which driver is being taken out back and put down after this race? Danger looms in the Nissan GTR as you battle your way through a raging storm on the Nürburgring. Not sure if danger looms is the right word. We're not going to drive out there and then be ambushed by the Nürburgring bandits, just waiting for a chance to steal all of our shiny hubcaps. Alright, battle the elements, get in a fistfight with a storm, and we're off. There's no rearview mirror, we can't actually see ourselves when we're racing, so customising our driver, utterly pointless. Good pass, good crash. Perfect pass! I'm glad you're rewarding me for playing bumper cars game. What are the orange arrows? Are the orange arrows saying where there are other cars? Oh, I don't need to know where they are. They'll move out of my way. Because I'm driving a BMW. Bye, orange car! The most slow-moving pit manoeuvre ever performed. Oh, is this us battling the elements? It's slightly cloudy overhead. Oh, and a tiny bit of rain! If only I lived somewhere where I too could experience rain like this on a daily basis. Nope. I'm just stuck in England. We never get rain like this. This is truly astounding for me. What an eye-opening experience! You said we were battling the elements game. I was expecting a lightning strikes or a tornado. Or the film Twister. Literally just a giant DVD copy of the film Twister. It stomps around and tries to squish all of the cars underfoot. Oh, there we go, there's a lightning strike. Come on, bit more. Hit us with the elements, hit us with everything you got. Oh, this is quite a nice little interior view, where you've got the rain going on the windscreen, you've got the rain going on the windows. I tried to turn my head to look in the wing mirror. Nope, I instead stuck my head straight out the window. Apparently I'm a border collie and I didn't even realise it. Now that would make Forza Motorsport 7 worth buying. You can race a truck, and you can play as a dog. What more could you want from life? Don't answer that question. Well, the rain stopped. What a tremendous battle against the elements. Ooh, puddle. Come on, you... Danger looms. You promised us danger and excitement and a battle against the elements. It was a bit wet and we drove in a puddle does not constitute a battle. If you went to Alexander the Great and said, I've been in many battles myself, one time I jumped in a small body of water, he would punch you in the face. Battle against the elements. I'm not asking for a giant God of War multi-stage boss battle where you have to climb up the side of a freaking Colossus and stab out the God of Thunder's eyes, amazing as that would be, especially if you were playing as a dog inside a car when you did it. Just, if you use the words battle, I expect a bit more than a slight drizzling of water and a small puddle. Ah, they're getting better. This time the second place player was only 10 seconds behind me. They're improving. Battle the intense heat of Dubai in an exclusive first drive in the Porsche 911 GTR 2 RS Super Mega Hyper Ultra Extreme Edition. Again, the word battle. Unless we go in here and have a fight against the city of Dubai itself, I think you've misled us again, game. Alright, let's see how the Porsche 911 handles, because apparently this is an exclusive first drive with it? I don't know. The game's implying that nobody else in the world has ever driven this car, so of course I've promptly scratched up the side of it. Hooray for us! Whoopsie. It's Dubai. They don't care if we crash into things, they'll just buy a new fence post before the end of the day. Hell, they'll probably buy a new Porsche 911 before the end of the day. Those guys have got money to burn. I could crash this thing directly into one of their skyscrapers and they'd go, ah well, I guess I'll have to go to one of my other 27 skyscrapers. Ow, ow. Guys, come on. This is an exclusive first test drive in the Porsche 911 collection of letters and numbers. Can't you just lay off? We're all here to have fun and games. Son of a, every time. Well, now, I don't know a lot about cars, as is probably self-evident by the racing videos I've done. But if I were to summarise how the Porsche 911 handles, I would say it handles like a dream. Because quite often in my dreams, I plough headlong into a fence. It's everything I wanted, really. Ooh, confetti cannons. Yellow and blue to celebrate the European Union, I suppose. Why are we celebrating that? Is there something I need to know about? Has Germany made a move on Dubai? I really should check the news before recording these videos. One of these days I'll make a stupid offhand remark and then, oh no, it turns out that Germany really will have invaded Dubai. Let's be honest here for a second. The game looks great, but you don't care about that. If you're watching this, you've already made up your mind about whether or not you're going to buy it. If you didn't like racing games before, then this one's added puddles and lorries. Doubt that will sell it for you. If you did like racing games before, then you've probably already got your pre-order in place. We'll ignore the fact that I just went straight into a bunch of tyres. I was busy talking, and as we all know, that's a valid excuse that holds up in court. I'm sorry, Your Honour. Yes, I ran over that toddler, but you see, I was busy ranting into a microphone at the time, so you can't hold me accountable. So if you like previous Forza games, then this one's more of the same except shinier and with a couple of new features. If you didn't like Forza before, well, this one hasn't exactly reinvented the wheel. See what I did there? Racing game and wheels on the car go round and round. Amuse yourselves. But yes, that is how we feel about Forza. It's always good to actually explain how we feel about a game, I think. Because in a lot of videos I come across as incredibly sarcastic, because, well, that's my whole shtick. You take that away and I've got nothing. And sometimes it can be a bit difficult to evaluate how I feel about a game. So, in this case, Forza, it's second verse, same as the first, except they've made it a bit shinier. There you go. An actual review of a video game from someone on the internet. Where else can you go to get tremendous quality content like that? Come on, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Be a lot easier if I could just dive on a camel and run over those sand dunes. But apparently imitating Lawrence of Arabia is not one of the features that made it into this game. It still sounds good. Back in Forza, I think Forza 3 is when they started doing it, putting the echo effects in tunnels. It sounded really good then, still sounds good now. Come on, follow the line, speed it up. Almost there. There's the finish. Hey, we can edit that in post. So it says first end. Yep, we came in first end. That's why there's a giant number 1 and then the letters ND. Absolutely. We'll ignore that scoreboard. That scoreboard's false. Fake news scoreboard. Well, there you go. That's Forza 7. It'll be out on October 3rd, and if you want to drive more cars in a video game, you can do that here. I kind of already gave my thoughts and feelings on the game. I've screwed up the ending for myself. So on that rather weak bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you for joining me. This has been Forza 7. If you've got a game you'd like to see played on this channel, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. And until next time, farewell everyone.